The role of White House press secretary is one of the most demanding jobs in American politics, requiring exceptional critical thinking and speech skills. It involves navigating complex policy issues, managing media scrutiny, and communicating the administration's message effectively to the public. Now, imagine stepping into the role at just 27 years old. That's exactly what Karoline Leavitt has done, making history as the youngest White House press secretary in U.S. history. No matter which political side you're on, this is an impressive feat. The sheer weight of responsibility on her shoulders is something few can comprehend. But who is this young woman? And what drives her? How did she ascend to such prominent role, and what past experiences prepare her for this demanding position? Today, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating story of Karoline Leavitt. And here's the surprising facts you may not know. Before she made it to the White House, Karoline had already made history at just 23 years old, becoming one of the youngest women ever elected to the state's office in New Hampshire. Some people may brush off her achievements because of their political views. But let's be real, this woman is capable, driven, and undeniable, making waves. Whether you agree with her politics or not, her rise to this level at such a young age is something to take note of. Now, let's uncover the journey that got her here. Karoline Leavitt is a rising star in American politics, known for her role as the youngest White House press secretary under President Donald Trump's second administration. Born on August 24, 1998 in New Hampshire, Leavitt grew up in a household where hard work was not just encouraged, it was expected. Her parents, small business owners, instilled in her a deep understanding of perseverance, a dedication, and what it truly means to take responsibility for your future. Growing up, Karoline didn't just sit on the sidelines watching politics unfold. She was laser focused on becoming part of the action. Unlike most teenagers who spent their high school years worrying about social life and prom, she was already charting a path into politics. By the time she entered St. Anselm College, she was determined to break into the field. She attended every political event possible, networking with influential figures and soaking up knowledge like a sponge. It wasn't just ambition, it was a mission. Her first big break came during the 2016 New Hampshire primary, where she landed an internship at Fox News. Now, let's pause here for a second. Imagine being in college and already gain real-world experience in political journalism, witnessing firsthand how media and politics intersect. This wasn't just a casual internship. It was a defining moment that reinforced her belief in the power of communication and political strategy. Leavitt's early life sets the foundation for her meteoric rise. Born and raised in New Hampshire, she wasn't the type to sit back and wait for opportunities. She went out and created them. Working in her family's small business gave her first-hand experience with the challenges and rewards of entrepreneurship, something that shaped her no-nonsense approach to politics. She attended Central Catholic High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts, before heading to St. Anselm College, where she earned a degree in politics and communication in 2019. But her education wasn't limited to textbooks and lectures. Her real learning happened in the field. During her college years, she was heavily involved with the New Hampshire Institute of Politics, a platform that allowed her to interact with politicians, strategists, and media professionals. If there was an event, she was there. If there was an opportunity to learn, she seized it. By the time she graduated, she had already built a reputation as someone deeply engaged and knowledgeable about political communication. Her early career was marked by strategic choices. She didn't just admire political figures from the distance. She studied them. She understood the power of messaging, the importance of controlling the narrative, and most importantly, how to navigate the intense world of Washington politics. Karoline's entries into the political world was anything but ordinary. After her internship at Fox News, she secured a role as a presidential writer and assistant press secretary during Trump's first term, a position that put her at the heart of one of the most talked about administrations in modern history. From there, she continued to climb the ladder, working under Kayleigh McEnany in the White House press office before transitioning to serve as the communications director for Rep. Alice Stefanik. In 2022, she made a bold move, running for Congress in New Hampshire's 1st District. Winning the Republican primary at just 23 years old was a massive achievement, making her one of the youngest women ever to run for office. While she ultimately lost the general election, the experience was invaluable, solidifying her status as a political force to be reckoned with. Following her election defeats, she didn't slow down. Instead, she joined Trump's 2024 presidential campaign as the national press secretary, where she played a crucial role in shaping the campaign's messaging. By the time Trump secured his second term, there was no question. Karoline Leavitt was the clear choice for White House press secretary. Talking on the role of White House press secretary at 27 is not for the faint of heart. Critics have questioned her experience, her handling of sensitive topics, and her ability to stand firm under pressure. And let's be honest, working under Trump means navigating an incredibly polarized political landscape. Every word she says is scrutinized, every statement analyzed. On top of that, she faced personal challenges. In July 2024, she gave birth to her first child and returned to work shortly after, a move that sparked both praise and criticism. Balancing motherhood with one of the most high-pressure jobs in Washington, that's something few can relate to. But Karoline doesn't back down. She's spoken openly about how she prays daily to find strength in the chaos. She knows the job isn't forever, but she also knows it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Despite the challenges, Karoline remains fiercely dedicated to her role. She believes in direct engagement with the public, bypassing traditional media narratives to communicate Trump's message clearly and effectively. Her husband, Nicholas Roberts, a real estate tycoon, has been a strong pillar of support throughout her journey. Her vision extends beyond just delivering press briefings. She wants to reshape how political messaging reshapes younger audiences. She's spearheading what she's called a Gen Z Trump movement, believing that conservative values are seeing a resurgence among younger generations. However, her tenure has not been without controversy. Critics argue that her approach to press relations is overly combative, often mirroring Trump's aggressive stance toward mainstream media. Some journalists have accused her of limiting press access and favoring conservative outlets, leading to accusations that she's contributing to the growing divide between the administration and traditional media institutions. Additionally, her rapid rise to power has drawn skepticism from opponents who claim her lack of experience to navigate the complexities of such a high-profile role. Some point to her handling of sensitive topics, arguing that her responses can be dismissive or overly scripted. Others praised her for being a fresh, unfiltered voice who isn't afraid to challenge the status quo. One of the most widely discussed moments of her tenure came when she defended a controversial policy on national television, leading to a heated exchange with reporters. While her supporters saw it as a strong display of confidence, critics viewed it as evidence of her unwillingness to engage in meaningful dialogue with the press. Yet, through all of this, Karoline remains undeterred. She sees her role not just as a spokesperson, but as a fighter in what she believes is a battle for the soul of America. Whether one views her as an emerging powerhouse or a divisive figure, one thing is clear: she's making an undeniable impact on the political landscape. Love her or hate her, you can't deny that Karoline Leavitt is a force to be reckoned with. She represents the new generation of political leaders who are shaking up the status quo. Whether you agree with her politics or not, her ability to rise through the ranks so quickly is undeniable proof of her capability. She is a reminder that politics isn't just about policies, it's about the people behind them. It's about drive, resilience, and the ability to stand firm even when the odds are stacked against you. She is showing the world that age doesn't define leadership. Action do. As press secretary, she is redefining the White House interacts with the media, bringing a fresh, digital age approach to political communication. Her impact is already being felt, and it's clear that her career is just getting started. So what do you think of Karoline Leavitt? Regardless of political affiliation, one thing is certain, she is making history. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more deep dive into the political figures shaping our world today. See you in the next video.